All right, what up? Welcome back, everyone. It's me, Shug Nasty. I know it's been quite some time. I think it's been like a month since my last goofy ass video. Can I say ass? Well, I'm not monetized, so it don't matter. Ass. Yeah, since my little like parody video, because all that the playtest cards and every like there was always like a oh, this is the first card. Oh, this is like the newest thing. This is something that nobody's ever heard of. So I made like a joke video about that. Anyways, it's been a while. A lot going on in the Pokemon market, hobby, space. A lot of stuff that I haven't addressed, and I've still been here. I just haven't been making videos. I've still been around, watching, and you're just observing. And I've wanted to make a few videos. I've just been really busy with Pokemon. I've started selling a lot more on eBay, submitting to PSA. Doing a lot of PSA Japan submissions. I haven't done too many in the past. Well, I haven't done them at all. I started doing them recently, and it's actually I love it. It's so much easier than sending from Japan to the U.S. Time turnaround times is like 2 weeks to a month, from the time you send your cards to you get them back, which is awesome for like first to market plays. I haven't done any of those yet, but I'm planning on it with this new Evolution set coming up. Anyway, a lot of that, a lot of eBay selling. You can see these boxes back here. A lot of mess around the office, but uh, yeah, not submitting to Z&G Emporium. I know I'm supposed to apparently, or else I'm losing money. But am I really losing money, or am I just not maximizing my profits? Um, no, but yeah, it's something I like doing. His rates are great. I think it's 13% or something. You make 87% if it's like below 100, which is really good because you're not paying for shipping and stuff like that. But anyways, I really enjoyed the process, especially lately. I've been getting into, you know, trying to just up my consumer experience by like with my packaging is like one big thing I've gotten into. I didn't think packaging would be like a thing that I would enjoy, but one thing that I've just made it really easy because I used to hate it is the label printing. I never had a label printer, so I'd always get my packages, pack them up, go to the post office, and then do everything there on the computer, which was a nightmare. It took lots of time, so that's one of the reasons I stopped selling. But I finally invested in like a laser printer. I don't think, oh, you can see it right there, the little Rolo gray thing right there. Um, laser, what is it? Label printer, and it's a game changer. And people have said it before, and I just never, I was like, okay, sure it is. But once I got one, I just realized how it's like click, click, click. Everything's done. You print it out. It's paid for. Take it to the post office. Hand them the thing. They give you a receipt, and you're done. You're in and out in like 30 seconds. It's pretty amazing. Um, but yeah, that and then the packaging. Back to the packaging. I've been doing like before. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Especially if you're just starting out, you don't really. Maybe some people do. You don't really have all the packaging stuff like set up. So you're just grabbing like whatever you have, like a box from like a PSA submission, or like you make your own bubble mailer. You have like, envelope, and you put some bubble wrap in there with the card, shove it in. Every package that you send out looks different. But if you're trying to create a brand and enhance the consumer experience, like I think packaging is just a really cool way to do that, especially if you can set yourself apart in the way it looks. So one thing I found when looking for bubble mailers is I found instead of just a generic white one, you can get different colors. And black probably isn't so unique. I'm probably not the only one that uses a black bubble mailer, but they have like turquoise, they have red, they have purple, which I thought was really cool. But I like the black the way it looks, so I went with that. That's one thing I did. And then also like when you're submitting like or not submitting when you're sending like a PSA graded card, usually you put like you sandwich it between two pieces of cardboard, and the cardboard you're just like having to cut out every time. But I know they have inserts, so I went to go look for inserts that were the right size, so I didn't have to do that because that was getting annoying. And I found these, which I thought was just worth the extra couple cents it costs for one of these. But these things right here called Ding Defend, they're like plastic, plastic board, and they're not that much more expensive than with the cardboard cutouts. To me, they weren't maybe 5 cents more or something. I don't remember what it was, but I thought this was really cool because it just looks like you're taking your I don't know, you really care about the person's packaging, but you put it in there, you can see through it too. That's just really cool. Tape it up, and then usually another thing I do to like set myself apart or make the customer happy is these things. They're promo packs for the Japanese sets. They come out for I think almost every Japanese set, and it's like in stores when you would buy 10 packs, you would get one of these. I don't know if they still do this, but you could get them on Mercari for like for super cheap. They're like a I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like I got like maybe 100 of them for like 3,000 yen. So like 20. If I'm doing the math right, they're like 25 cents to maybe a piece, which is pretty cheap. It's a single card. There's like maybe 5 to 7 cards per promo pack, depending on what they put in there. But it's just like a little extra. People like opening packs. It's something extra. I don't think a lot of people know about these because they're just something they do in Japan. But usually I'll take this, put it on top of the card, and then, like I said, sandwich it between two of these, tape it up, and then throw it in the bubble mailer. But that's something I really enjoy, and I'm trying to like elevate everything within that process. And then like I will eventually want to get some kind of branding here on the packaging. I thought that'd be really cool. Or somewhere within it. I need to get business cards if I decide to keep doing this. We'll see. And then make an Instagram because it's not my eBay name is not Shug Nasty. It's Nihon Boys Collectibles. It used to be Shug Nasty, and I just thought that kind of sounded weird. But Nihon Boys Collectibles is what I went with, and that's Nihon is like Japan in Japanese. But anyways, yeah. So that's one thing I've been busy with. A lot going on in the Pokemon market, in the Pokemon hobby. Surging sparks. Apparently, we're in a boom. Yeah, we're booming now, so that's cool. I'm most of what I do, or all of what I do, is in Japanese. I don't really deal with English. One of the reasons, I mean, I collect Japanese cards was kind of probably the initial reason is like I never really wanted to collect English cards as an adult. At least I like the fact that that's the first language. And then the price point is for a booster box. You're paying since I'm here in Japan with the exchange rate and everything. It's like $37, I believe, right now, and for the last few years, it's been around that. So $37 for a booster box. It just compared to whatever the English one. What are the English booster boxes like? $90 or I'm not sure. That's how much I don't know about English, but that's like 2 to 3 times more, 2.5 times more the price of an English booster box, which is crazy. And then when the English booster box, like with the Surging Spark set, hits the secondary market, well, this is like not the norm, but with this set, it's like $200 now or something, for a set that just came out a week ago. The Surging Sparks, and I think it's sold out in English now too. Like on Pokemon Center, like it's sold out. If I'm hearing right from what I'm gathering on YouTube. And then for what it's selling like on TCG Player and stuff, it's like $200 on the secondary market, which is crazy for a brand new set. Because here in Japan, as of lately, I mean, before we were having a problem with like supply issues, but within the last year, it's gotten really nice, and we still have plenty of. I just opened a couple packs of the second half of Supercharged Breaker. What is it called in Japanese? Choden Breaker. I don't know. I called it something else when I asked the lady at the store today. I don't know what I called it, but it wasn't that. But yeah, so we still have plenty of those. You can see back here, I think there's like 11 or 12 boxes of that. And then there's the first half of the Supercharged Breaker, the Paradise Dragona. So plenty of, and I can go to the store now and buy boxes. And on the Pokemon Center Japan, they have boxes up to 5, I think you can buy at a time per account. So no issue here. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, anyways, it's booming in English. I don't know how much that's affected prices. I like to buy boxes and then kind of forget about them. So I don't follow too stringently or too consistently. I'm not always looking at prices week to week, seeing what they're doing. If I hear it in like somebody's YouTube channel or somebody talks about it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. But for the most part, these boxes are very readily available, and they're not going to go up in price. If anything, they'll go probably below what they were selling for retail. For for some time until they stop printing them, and then they'll shoot up. But I like the low entry point. I'm wondering too. This is something I didn't address on a video, but it was brought up a couple months ago by Mason from Cardinal Gaming. Shout out to him. If you don't know his channel, great guy. He owns a couple LGS LGSs in the States, and he talked about this. And I don't think anybody else, maybe one other person eventually talked about it, but for a while, he talked about how TCG Player was uh, starting to sell Japanese raw shangles on their website. Previously, they only sold English cards, but now they're selling Japanese singles and also, I believe, sealed product. And I don't think you could buy everything yet. I think they went back like 3 generations to Sun and Moon or X and Y. Is it Sun and Moon? X, Y. Sun and Moon, I think. They may have more now, but this started like a month ago, anyways. And he talked about how the price disparity between an English card and then a Japanese card, the same card, it's like sometimes like 90% less for the Japanese version. Like a $2 151 Bulbasaur AR is the example he used, is like it's like $2 or $3 in Japanese, and then in English it's like 25, $30. So it's a big difference. And he said that it's pretty easily, the way they have it set up on the site, it's pretty easy to see them when you, because you're searching in English, you're not searching in Japanese. So both kind of pop up, I think he said, and you can see the difference and you see it's the same card. And if you're not playing this TCG, like who the fuck cares if it's in English if you can't read it? A lot of people say, "Oh, I can't read it." It's like, do you need to read it? You're not playing the game. But anyways, he said there would be like a non-zero factor. I like how I'm still doing this. There'll be a non-zero factor, and the amount of people that may be like, "Oh, it's that much cheaper. I'm just gonna go, buy this Japanese version of the card because it looks the same, or I mean, quality's better." I don't know if you can tell that from the picture, but I'll just buy that instead and save me some money. So he was saying how maybe some people, the demand for Japanese cards may increase because of that. And I don't know, I haven't been following it. Like I said, I haven't seen like what the prices have been doing. It's only been like a month or so since they've done it. So maybe there's something there, but it's kind of probably hard to tell if the TCG starting to release sell Japanese cards is the factor, or if it's this recent boom that we've been having is the factor. It's probably a little bit of both. Probably more so the boom, I would say right now, but in the long term, it'll be interesting to see if it does have a factor. And with Surging Sparks and sets like this in English, newer sets being out till who knows when they can reprint. I'm wondering if that is also going to impact like the demand for Japanese boxes. I'm sure it will, with like Whatnot streamers and rippers like not being able to get the product, or they're getting it for a lot higher. Maybe some of the smaller guys will just be like, well, I'll just rip the Japanese stuff because it's a lot cheaper. It's kind of how I look at it with collecting and like the entry point of like investing in these boxes. I like it because it's a cheap price. Like I can just spend 30-40 bucks, get a box, and then sit on it for a couple of years. A lot of people say you shouldn't. That's bad. What is it called? Time cost of your money. Like you could be investing that money in something else and you're making money, and wait till like it's towards the end of the print run for these sets to start holding on to them or buying them to hold on, because it's got a couple more years so they go out of print. But I'm just not that active of an investor. I'm more passive, and I just like buying them when I can and then putting them here. I really didn't start buying boxes until the end of Sword and Shield, and a lot of what I was buying, I was opening or selling. So I do have a couple Sword and Shield. I have what is this? What is that one called? Oh, Paradigm Trigger. I got about 10 Paradigm Trigger boxes, I think. And then I got this Incandescent Arcana, a couple of those. And that's all for Sword and Shield. The rest is just 151 and a bunch of Scarlet and Violet random stuff. Bunch of the Shiny Treasure EX. And I took my first Mercari. A lot of people are like concerned about spending their money on Mercari, and I'm not spending their money, but just interacting with it and making purchases, like first time purchases because there's always a chance to get scammed. And the the process to get your money back, especially going through a third party, is difficult. I've heard. It's a little scary, but I usually have no problem with it. I don't think I've ever gotten ripped off buying single cards, and that's a lot of what I bought on there. I haven't bought any sealed product until 2 days ago. I'm looking at 151 because 151 had a small reprint here in Japan, and the prices apparently they've gone down. I think I like I said, I don't follow it too much, but I looked briefly, and it looks like it has gone down a bit. So I bought a case from a person on Mercari that had good ratings. Their identity, because you have an option as a seller to verify your identity with Mercari, and they have that check mark. So that was another plus. A lot of past sales of like sealed products, sealed cases. So I feel pretty good about it. I got it for what I believe to be a good price. I think it was roughly like just under 700. It was like $690. All these boxes here were bought at the store at retail. So I got them all for like 38 whatever dollars. But these boxes, I think it works out to be like 58 at the price I bought them for, something like that. And then you just cost what is it, dollar cost average, which comes out, I don't remember, somewhere in the 40s, I believe. But I was comfortable with doing that. I thought it was a good time to buy 151. It seems like a set that's always going to be popular, as long as Pokemon's popular. And hopefully, hopefully when it goes out of print, it goes up in price and I can, make a decent amount on it. We'll see. Speaking of like good sets that are going to be, a good in the future and are going to perform really well and strongly later on. A lot of people are saying Surging Sparks. Maybe in English it's different, but it's going to be that Evolving Skies or that next big set. I don't know if it is. I like it. I just don't know if what else besides like the Pikachu and the Latios does it have, and are those cards strong enough? Like maybe the Pikachu is, but is it just? I think it's a lot of hype, maybe in my opinion, right now. I really think like this Eevee set is going to be really strong. I know they're going to, in Japanese, they'll print it to Oblivion. I'm okay with that. They did it with 151. 151 is still going good. I think the like single boxes right now are like $100 in Japanese. So that's pretty good for a set they printed like crazy. But yeah, that one, and then I'm really excited for the Japanese Team Rocket set coming out. That one I want to go in heavy into, like more than I've bought from any set, like several cases. Hopefully my wife's not watching. If she is, hi, hi. Um, but yeah, I think that's going to be a really good set, and a lot of people have already said this, that they think that the Rocket set may even be bigger than the 151 set. And I think that all depends on how Pokemon goes about doing, the cards that they come out with, and just I don't think they can go wrong with it. I know they're not doing dark Pokemon from what I've heard. It's all like Rockets, Rockets Dragonite, Rockets whatever. So it's not considered like, it's not dark Dragonite or dark Raichu like the original Rocket set. Which is, it's okay. I'm still fine because like if they're Team Rocket's Pokemon, I feel like they're gonna have that dark vibe anyways. In the way they're like illustrated. I don't think they're gonna be like just a like a Dragonite smiling. Like I think it'll be more have a more menacing style of art, hopefully. But I think yeah, if they do create the set and have like the Master Ball reverses and stuff like that, it's similar to 151. I think it'll be pretty exciting for people to open, and I think it'll be the next like big set in Scarlet and Violet. So that's something cool that I'm looking forward to. And I think in January is when it releases here in Japan. The Prismatic Evolutions, or was that what it's called? Prismatic Evolutions Terrestrial Festival. That one's coming out the 6th of December. So far, I've ordered 15 boxes, I believe, of that, and I'm not really worried about not being able to get more. I think it'll be pretty readily available, like with most of these, like the Shiny Treasure EX. You could buy that, like I said, below MSRP still, and lots of it. And it's, in my opinion, not as great as a set as what the Eevee set will be. It does have a Charizard in there and probably some other Pokemon, but the Eevee set, we already know that they're going to have all the Eeveelutions plus Eevee as SARs, and then they showed a few more SARs that look really cool. I think there's a Dragapult like art that looks really dope, and then the Blood Moon Ursaluna, the style of art they did for that was really cool. I know it's not a really historically popular Pokemon, it's still new, but the style of art is really cool for that. And who knows, I don't know if they're going to have more that they just haven't shown us yet, but a few more weeks we'll have we'll have that set out, and I think, yeah, December 6th is when we should be getting the boxes here. So that'll be cool to see. Maybe if I have time, I'll open a box. I usually open a box the day of release. I don't think I did it with the Surging Sparks. That's something that I didn't do last time, but there was enough of it on the internet. I didn't really feel bad like not doing it. People get this set in America like the day that I get it, which is crazy. Like I'll get it on Friday night, shipped to my door. Usually I think they come out on Fridays, the sets. I could be wrong, but I think they come out on Fridays. And I'll get it shipped to my door after work. Um, and then I'll, open the set, and then the next morning I'll wake up and Thrifty or some whatnot streamer like Weedle or somebody is like ripping the set in America like a few hours after I did, which is crazy, but because it never used to be that way. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I had anything else to talk about. Talked about eBay, what I've been doing. Talked about what did I talk about? Yeah, sending cards to PSA, putting them on eBay. Have a shiny Gyarados I just posted. This one I bought so long ago, and I finally sent it to grading. I knew it wasn't like a great grade, but this card, even in a PSA 4, I think I didn't see any recent PSA 4 sales on eBay, but PSA 5 sold for like 5 to 600, it looked like. So I listed this one for 420.69 and just see what happens. People can throw offers up. Um, and let's see what we get. I do like this card a lot. Gyarados is one of my favorite Pokemon, and I don't have any other copies of this, but I don't really want a PSA 4. I just bought this, like I said, a few years ago because it was a good price, I thought, and yeah, just had it laying around. Finally sent it to PSA for grading. I do like the fact that because with like I said, I haven't sent that many cards to get graded by PSA. And one of the reasons I wasn't doing it was because when I started doing it, it was like months wait to a year wait. And I was like, do I really want to send my cards off for that long? One, I don't want my cards to be in somebody else's possession for that long. And then two, uh, what's going to happen with the pricing of these cards? Like, I don't know what the market's going to be like in a few months. So that's one of the reasons I was just like discouraged from sending cards. But even like I would say even anything over like 2 months, I don't like. Within 2 months, that's reasonable to me to get cards back. But yeah, with this, like I said, with this Japanese PSA system, it's like 2 weeks to a month is like the turnaround time, which is great. It's awesome to have your cards back that quick. Getting another submission ready. I sent one. I sent one with a lot of XY hollows, and then it got a couple Unigaba Pikachus. I send those every so often, and then we have a couple Top Sun cards. I sent some blueback Top Sun that I had, and I hit a 10 on the Flareon, which was cool. And I sent also a Gengar, and with this submission, that got a 9. And I really thought this was gonna get the lower grade. I thought the Gengar looked perfect. So I'm not sure where I got the 9. So I actually ended up cracking it, which I've only ever cracked the old PSA slabs, which were the plastic was like a lighter, maybe like I don't know. It was more. It's gonna sound funny. But it was more plasticky. When I cracked the new slab, I got a little scared because it wasn't as much of it easy as a crack. It was more of like a um. It was more. I don't know how to explain it, but it had like more elasticity to it. So it was like rubbery almost, and I was like having a hard time just getting that good crack on it. Eventually, I got it, and I don't think I did any damage to it. I looked over, it looked pretty good. But I resubmitted it in this last sub I sent to see if I can get the PSA 10 on the Gengar because these cards in 10s are pretty big. I don't know if I'll sell them anytime soon. Who knows? Maybe I will, but if I can get that 10 on the Gengar, it'd be pretty sweet. And then, yeah, I sent a bunch of Charizards, got a bunch of PSA 1s back, which was cool because if most of you probably are familiar, but like the Charizard play, these base set Japanese Charizards in beat up condition, you can get on Mercari, used to be able to get for like 25 to 35 bucks. I haven't bought any recently, but try a year or two ago, I bought, I don't know, 15 of them. And then I just sent them all to PSA, and if you buy them for 25 to 30, call it 30 bucks, $15 in grading. That's another thing with the Japanese PSA, the yen rate makes it to where it's like 13.50 to $14. So it's, I think, a little bit cheaper than the PSA Japan, because I think it's $15 for PSA, or sorry, the PSA in the US. I think it's like $15. So the exchange rate helps a bit. But anyways, $45 you're in on the card and the grading cost, and then you can sell these in PSA 1 for like for about $100 on eBay, and then you got your eBay fees and stuff, but you're still making a decent amount. For some reason, these came back with they didn't holder them. This one, I'm not sure why. It said altered cardstock or something, which I don't think there's any, like, I don't know if that is like meaning that there's somebody colored something in. I don't see anything like that, or it was just in like really bad condition maybe. And the only reason I think it's that one, I don't know, that one's kind of weird. But this one, I'm like, I wasn't sure if they were gonna actually, and I really wanted this one to be holdered because I thought it would have been dope. But this one got the same thing, saying altered cardstock or something, and I don't know. That's bad. Right? Can you see it? Yeah, I don't know why, but I just thought it was really cool. It's like, definitely went through the washing machine. But yeah. Anyways, this video's gone on long enough, I think. I just wanted to... Shit's falling down. I just wanted to, catch up with you guys, put out a video really quick, and, just put my thoughts out there, show face, and I hope everybody's doing good. I appreciate you guys for watching, tuning in, staying with me, and that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.